Hey gang, we're here again to help you build that perfect homepage that we're looking for. And we're going to talk about how to embed a Google slide into your homepage and use it as an agenda. You can obviously use these Google slides for anything that you want, and we can put them in other pages other than the homepage. But essentially, I use it as an agenda to let kids know what they're doing today. And then anybody that was absent, they essentially can look back and see what's going on. So let's get started. Here's a couple buttons that we've created 2 videos ago, I believe. And these are just images that we've linked to those buttons. And now we have different created buttons that we did in the most recent video. And these buttons are now going to activate you through the different things that we're doing in modules. So for example, we have the Google Slide Agenda, which is the one we're going to do now. So I'm going to click on that, and then we're going to go through the process of embedding this Google slide. So I'm going to go to Edit here, and from here, we're going to go over to our tab and open up a Google slide. So I'm just going to go to my Google Apps here, and I'm going to click on Slides. And I'm going to open up a blank one. And from here, we're going to choose a background or a theme. Really, it's completely up to you. You can insert an image in the background like I did for the buttons. You can essentially do it however you want. So to keep things pretty simple, what we'll probably do is just maybe use this one here. I like to remove any type of boxes that are already there, just so I can kind of create my own boxes and I don't have to worry about them. So I'm going to get rid of those boxes, but essentially what we're going to do now is we've got to add a couple things. So let's insert a text box, and we're going to maybe put the date down in here. So today is October 5th, 2017. I want to kind of spruce things up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and change the font color maybe to something that pops a little bit more. Probably a terrible choice. Sorry, art teachers. I just love Lake Blue. What can I say? So today is, that's a little too big. Today is October 5th, and I can do that. Now, I like to center things. That way, whenever we move these boxes around, it's easy to control where things are going to be. So I'm going to put this down in the bottom, and we're going to use that as the date. You may want to insert something that is like a reminder for students. So maybe you want to remind them or make announcements. So reminders, complete the assignment, embed Google slide. Okay, and maybe we want to change this font as well. So maybe we'll do something that's a little bit more noticeable. And then maybe we'll just come through here and make this bold and maybe a little bit bigger. All right, so there's our reminders. We've got a little bit going on here. Now we need to add today's agenda. So I'm going to insert another text box. And from here, we can put in today's agenda. And the first thing we're going to do is learn how to create a Google slide. Next up, we're going to learn how to embed the Google slide into our home page. And then lastly, you're going to complete an assignment, embed Google slide. So that could be today's agenda. Again, you can go through and spruce things up however you need to. I'm going to leave this black, but I am going to go bigger here. And maybe actually I'll change the color of the agenda, but I'm going to leave this stuff black here. So we'll bold it and maybe go just a touch bigger so they can see it. Okay, so that's just a very, very basic agenda that you can do. So what I'm going to do is now I have to get this thing ready for publishing. So let's title this Embedding Google Slide as, what did I just do? Embed Google Slide as an agenda. Okay, So now we've got this title, and I'm going to file, save, or I shouldn't say not save, but publish to the web. File, publish to the web. It's going to take us to this pop-up window here. We're not looking for a link. We're actually looking to embed this. Medium size is pretty big. It's going to take up a lot of the space on the Canvas homepage. A lot of people use the medium. I like to use the small. I think it's a better indication of what I want. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and publish. And are you sure you want to publish? Hit OK. And now it has this embed code here. If you want to change it to medium and you've changed your mind, that's fine. But we've got this, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this and close it out. Now we got to go back to our page that we want to embed it in. So in order to embed it, we want to embed it as media. So we're going to insert and edit media. And then we got to go to where it says embed. And then I'm going to paste that embed code. Okay. So I'm going to hit OK. And that's essentially what we can do. And so now we have a live agenda feed here. And I'm going to hit save. And now this is a part of my page. So whenever people come to this, they're going to see this agenda. Now, what I want to do, though, is I want to put it on my home page. But so I'm going to go back to the home page. And I probably want it to be near the top so they see it pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the home page. Now, this is a little trick I like to use because of coding purposes. Well, I guess we don't have to do that now because we're not coding. So I'm just going to enter down a couple spaces here, and then I'm going to insert this media, and I'm going to go back to embed, and I'm going to paste this agenda here. And we're going to hit OK, and there's today's agenda. Okay, and then we can come down here and click save, and then we're ready to rock and roll. So there's today's agenda and its glory. Now, the nice thing about this is anytime we update the agenda here, we can essentially see that it's going to change here. So if I go back to embed the Google image or the Google slide, I'm going to actually right click on this and pull up where it says duplicate slide. I'm going to hit duplicate slide, and now I have another agenda. I'm going to go down here, change the date to the 6th, and maybe this is tomorrow's agenda, or maybe every morning if you want to change the agenda. It keeps your formatting so you don't have to redo everything. Okay, so I'm going to come up here to today's agenda, and I'm going to go through and maybe adjust some of the language that we're going to be using. So next up on the thing would be bell schedules and pop-up windows. So maybe we're going to learn how to create bell schedules and pop-up windows. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to look and see how that's changed on our homepage. Now, it has not changed yet, but because we have not refreshed our page, but as soon as we refresh it, notice it's going to change it. Now we're on the 6th, and it's showing us how to create the bell schedules and the pop-up windows. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So then if people were absent yesterday, they can go to this back button and click on it, and it will show them the previous day's agenda. So you can use this again to kind of create that agenda. Now, the last thing I want to show you is how we can create links inside of this agenda. So how to create a Google slide, how to create a Google slide into our home page. So I'm going to link this to this page here. So if I go to my modules here, Google Slide Agenda, I'm going to actually copy this page's link. And I'm going to go back here. And now I'm going to re-highlight this just to make sure. I'm going to hit Insert Link, and I'm going to paste that right into there. So now I have a hyperlink that will send me to that very module, how to do it. And then the last thing is we could get this one here. So I'm going to go back to embed a Google Slide assignment. So I'm going to go to my assignments that I created. And I'm going to click on the assignment. And I'm going to copy and paste that link right into it.